here we go again. 4 9-hour flights in 1 week.
It's been a while since we've updated you guys, so let's rewind. 7 months ago, we sailed from Panama to French Polynesia with a long-stay visa to stay for 1 year. Although it is undeniably beautiful here, we've had an incredibly stressful season that ultimately led to a last-minute decision to sail to New Zealand for cyclone season, ending our time in French Polynesia much earlier than we expected.
Bummer.
After acquiring an addendum from our insurance company, provisioning, and even getting our paperwork in order, our weather window disappeared in a matter of hours. With nothing else in the forecast and cyclone season rapidly approaching, we called off our trip and sailed back to Moorea.
Oh, beautiful.
During that passage, we discovered water in our starboard sail drive, and the soonest haul-out date we could get was in 3 weeks, which may have been a blessing in disguise as we realized we were missing 2 critical pieces of equipment that we couldn't source anywhere in the country. So I took a quick trip back to the USA to get what we need. Despite a canceled return flight, I have made it back just in time for our haul-out.
Whew, I cut it a little bit close. I got back to Sabado last night and we're hauling out first thing this morning. But I made it. It does feel a little bit breezy out, which makes me nervous, but we'll just see what it's like when we get over there.
Well, it's blowing 20 knots, so wish us luck.
The wind really picked up and it's pushing us sideways. The yard crew wanted us to come in perpendicular to the well.
Yeah, they asked me to bring both the bow and stern line midship so I could throw them simultaneously, which is something I've never done before. You can see I'm kind of struggling to handle both lines and feel like I could grab a fender if necessary because those concrete piers are kind of intimidating. We were pretty far away on our first attempt here. We got the stern line, but missed the bow line. No big deal. I managed to get that out of the water. Got it on the second go. We had like 8 guys helping us.
And we just sort of pivoted in. Strong winds from a odd direction, but between Holly and I, we made it in there without a problem.
Yeah, that was really something else. In the moment you just do what needs to be done, but afterwards the anxiety kind of hits you. Whew, I'm sweating. I made it. They've got a diver in the water placing the straps. Looks like we've got some boo-boos up on the bow from the anchor chain. Bottom paint is worn off a little bit up here, but it looks pretty good everywhere else. It's always so strange looking at the holes while standing on land. See anything in there?
Not gonna be able to see it until the prop is off.
All right, let's do this. We've got 2 mechanics right to work. At this rate, we might even be able to get back in the water tomorrow. So this is what I ran back to the States for. The spare sail drive seal kit that we have on board is missing a freaking O-ring. So I got another. Then this special washer is for our Flexifold props. It bends in 2 places and shouldn't be reused. So we needed another.
Yeah.
Nice.
I've not seen them needing to take an impact driver to it before, but I'm sure they have.
Houston, we have a problem. We were hoping it was just the seals, but it might be the shaft. Yeah, look at that deep groove compared to this one. Perfectly smooth. Shit. We're gonna have to replace that. That was not what we were expecting. We spent the rest of the afternoon sitting in our cockpit evaluating our options.
Yeah, so we thought this was going to be a quick in and out. but we found some issues with one of the sail drive shafts, and we couldn't find, well, look, all right, we found a place here that would sell us one, but it was an order of, no, it was 4 times what one costs in the US. So, well, unfortunately, Holly is flying back to the US. Believe it or not, it was cheaper to fly to the US and buy one than it was to get it here. Now, the problem was finding one in stock. We made so many calls, but we posted on social media that we needed one, and Just Catamarans reached out to us, and they had one for us. Not only that, but they also were able to supply a new gear, new bearings, and get it all shipped to Texas, where Holly can go pick it up. So a huge shout out and thank you to Just Catamarans. Holly's going to go pick it up, enjoy some air conditioning, and I'm going to wax Sabado.
I am the only passenger in economy. First class is full, plane doors are closed. So weird.
You need a smaller boat.
Got some Texas barbecue. Ray would be so jealous.
I am back in Tahiti and back on Sabado. I'm just doing a little bit of food inventory so I can run to the grocery store here pretty soon. We're in a bit of a rush to get out of this boatyard. It's the most expensive boatyard we've ever been in. If you're ever curious about the exact number for these sort of things, we are pretty transparent about it on our blog. We post a monthly behind the scenes look, and our one for this month will definitely include a full breakdown of the final invoice for this whole haul out. So I'll link that down below if you want to check it out. But my trip to Texas was fine. There was a brief moment of panic when I first unboxed the new shaft. I feel like these gears look different than the other. Oh no, that's right. No, look. This bottom part. Oh. Is that maybe what this is?
Yeah, that looks right.
Let me call my engineer.
That shaft doesn't look like the one that we took off, I guess that's
Yeah,
what I can say.
yeah. Okay, I'm gonna call them and see what I can learn.
Okay, thank you, Dave.
Okay, it's actually fine. We were kind of expecting to see the shaft already have the 2 bearings on, but it doesn't, so it looks really different, and we were panicking for a second, but we just got off the phone with Chad, and he says it's his preference to ship with a loose bearing, and then for the second one, it should be fairly easy to tap off of the old shaft, so all is well. Just Catamarans really came through for us on this one. If you guys are watching this, thank you. We love you a lot. So yeah, I'm gonna run to the store, and then Ray is gonna work with the mechanics to get Sabado put back together so we can get her back in the water where she belongs.
This is the version of Tahiti nobody shows you. The dirty, busy city. The bulk section at this store is labeled 100% American. Mission accomplished. Now I just gotta get it all back to the boat.
All right, well, the weather may not be ideal, but we want to get back in the water, so we've got to get Sabado put back together so we can go. I am putting some sealant on this housing just to give us a fighting chance at having a really good seal.
The dream.
Well, since we didn't find any fishing line or anything on the other one, I just want to make sure that the leaks don't happen on this surface.
And what kind of sealant is that? Is there a particular?
It's an RTV sealant, but it just needs a super thin, because this This bearing housing has O-rings in it to keep the water out.
Right.
So it shouldn't need very much. Looks like they're coming for us, so let's get the last bit of details done and we are ready to get in the water. 30.
30 knots?
Yeah.
Jesus.
31. 36.
Oh.
But yeah, this is gonna hit 40. Guess the 40.
God damn it. Okay, there's a break in the wind, so we're gonna go for it. This is the most nerve-wracking part. This is so much better than an airplane!
Techni Marine. This is Sabado. I just wanted to call and thank you very much for a good experience. You guys are awesome.
We've got a lot of cleaning to do, but it looks like the rain might help us out here pretty soon. Hopefully we get on anchor first.
Crazy.
This is chicken noodle soup weather for sure.
Okay, we got a little bit of a lull in the rain here. Not so much in the swell.
It's been raining a lot.
Yeah, these squalls are crazy. I've never been anywhere with this many like dramatic squalls, like 40 knots of wind, just sheets of rain.
Luckily, we're the only ones in the anchorage, so we don't have to worry about anyone dragging, and we have a lot of chain out, so we don't have to worry about us dragging either.
Oh yeah, I don't think we mentioned that. When we realized that we were going to be hauled out longer than we originally anticipated, we got a couple other things done off of our to-do list. We got new anchor chain, so now we have 300 feet, 320 feet of anchor chain. And we also got the aft portions of our helm enclosure fixed, which is great because we've been complaining about those since, oh gosh, for like over a year.
Boston. No, we've been complaining about those since we were in Boston.
For years. Yeah, we got the front ones replaced a couple of years ago, but we didn't do the aft ones because we were cheap, and that bit us in the butt. They were just falling apart. So we got a really good price on getting those replaced, which is nice. You know, we made it worthwhile.
But yeah, now we're back in the water, thankfully, so we can start moving. I think we're going to go to the 2 Motus and see how it goes up there.
See where the wind takes us. Yeah. What would you rate this haul out experience from 1 to 10?
That's a tough one. The people at the yard and the yard itself were fine. The yard manager was fantastic. The crew was fantastic. The work was great. But getting parts in French Polynesia is don't count on it.
Really difficult.
Not even the most basic. Don't count on it. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I think that's been the biggest hurdle of sailing in the South Pacific has been parts, availability of parts, and we are people who carry so many spare parts.
We have an entire cabin full, like literally full of parts.
Yeah, which almost makes it more frustrating when we stumble across a problem where we don't have what we need because we feel like we failed to prepare.
Yeah, I think in the future, if we come back here, we'll just bring a whole other lagoon catamaran and we'll just tow it behind us for spare parts.
A spare boat. Yeah, but you know, we made it through. Hopefully that's our last haul until New Zealand.
All right, I'm going to fall off this helm chair.
Yeah.
It's rocking too much.
I'm going to go to sleep or something. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next week.